Among Us. I think you guys already know what Among Us is, that's why you clicked on this video in the first place. Among Us is the most popular game out right now. Within the span of its 1.5 month of the influx of popularity, it already peaked at 743,000 viewers. So yeah, why is this game so popular? Well, I made a Fall Guys video a few weeks back, and this game basically has, well, I'm talking about Among Us, has these qualities in which Fall Guys does not have, which makes this a much more popular game than Fall Guys already is. I mean, it already beat Fall Guys for its peak viewership on Twitch, and it reached a peak of 1.5 million concurrent users. Well, this is as of September 8th, who knows how big this game can get. Now, I'm not going to explain how this game works. I hope you guys know all of that, so I'm going to continue with my explanation on why this game is just so popular. First one, and arguably the most important one, is the accessibility of the game. You can download this completely free from the App Store or Play Store or Google Play Store, whatever you're going to call it, or you can just buy it on Steam. Now, the one in the App Store or Play Store is completely free. Again, it's completely free, and the minimum specs or the minimum requirements of the game are so low. You don't need a GTX 2080 to play this game on 60 FPS or something like that, or even a 1050. You don't need that. It's only not there in the consoles and Macintosh or Macs, which really does suck because I'm a Mac user as well, and I wanted to buy it on Steam and it wasn't there, so that sucks. Also, it's not available for consoles. I mean, why would you want it on your console if you can already use it on your, bare minimum PC or your laptop or anything like that, or on your phone, of course. This is so crucial, and this is what Fall Guys was missing. Fall Guys, you could only play this on the PS4 or on PC, and if you had a laptop or a PC, in where you need a pretty good spec sheet for this to work, which Among Us clearly doesn't need. Now, with all the other points I'm going to mention, this is going to correlate the most because you need a good spec sheet for these good games, but in this one, you don't need a really good spec sheet, and all of the other points I'm going to make are just going to strengthen it more and more because, hey, this is so good. On top of that, we can play this on our phone and you can play this on our PC with bare minimum specs. And of course, not to mention crossplay, which, if you don't know, essentially means you can play with people who are on PC with your phone and vice versa. Oh, and here's like a fun fact for you guys. So who really kicked off this game named Among Us? Who really made this game popular and started this spiral of people continuously playing this game? So a streamer of the name SR Kaif, he had about 136,000 followers at the time since the beginning of 2020. Now, around May, a pair of bigger streamers by the name of Admiral Bulldog, he had around 700,000 followers, as well as Sing Sing, which had 600,000 followers. They started playing a few hours of Among Us, giving it a pretty big boost. This really put Among Us in the map of Twitch streamers that wanted to play different kinds of games, so this really sparked a lot of attention for Twitch streamers. So people like XQC and Sodapoppin got to know these games, and like XQC, who is a more diverse streamer, he plays different kinds of games, not mostly one the majority of the time, he started to try this game out, and that is what really put this on the map for everybody to play. And also, if you don't know, this actually started off, the breakthrough of Among Us started off in Korea, surprisingly. And speaking of non-English, Among Us is so popular as well in other countries besides English-speaking countries because also it has a really good language system. You don't need to know English every time to play this game, and it's also available in many different languages, especially the most popular ones. And well, this leads to my next point. This is kind of like a mini point, but let's move on to the next point. Well, my next point is the simplicity of the game. Now, at first it might look, well, not simple to say the least. At least that was for me. I don't know about you guys, but it is pretty simple once you at least get to play one game of it. It is so simple. You don't have to discover new things. It's mainly based on one thing, and that's again my next point, which is so addictive. But I mean, I'm just going to continue with this first. The fact that it's so simple, you have these rules, you have these set of rules. Yes, maybe new updates will come, but the objective is really clear. If you're the imposter, you gotta kill someone. Yes, these new features that might help the imposter is more interesting. Well, let me just finish this off first. The imposter has to kill everybody without being discovered as the imposter. Now, the crewmate has to get to know who the imposter is and try his best to vote off the imposter or imposters to win the game and let everybody know, and with that they can vote him off to win the game. And yeah, it's all about trust. But the base of the game, the main things that make the game really good, they do not go away. They're very simple. You don't add things to the base of the game to change it and make it more complicated. This is the main reason why there's so many players, because the people who don't play games in general or don't do these kind of things play it and get more interested because it's so simple, and it's not some kind of game where you need to know a lot about the backstory and this and that. And even online games which have so many other features, they make make it much more complicated. This just has one main objective. Yes, they might have different game modes in the future, but still, this doesn't take away the simplicity of the game. And yeah, the simplicity plus the amount of availability and the accessibility of the game just makes this a powerhouse already. Now, the final point, kind of like a hybrid point, is that Among Us really focuses on friends and teamwork and engaging in everything. This is why when streamers play together, everybody tries to participate in one specific conversation, like when you hit the emergency button, etc, etc. This is why it's more fun. If, example, you see Ninja and Shroud play some Fortnite together, for example, of course they don't play Fortnite together, but whatever, you get the point. When they play, it's a lot different when you see people teaming up together and trying to figure out who is the bad person from this team, and the fact that you can see these people, from different perspectives to see what they can do, and the fact that they can only discuss from in one specific situation that is a meeting, and the dramatic irony in this situation, especially if you're a viewer, if you know that, hey, this guy really thinks that he's the imposter even though he clearly isn't the imposter. That's called dramatic irony, when the audience knows what's happening and the main character, this is a literature definition, but the main character does not know what's happening. Only the audience knows what's happening. I mean, it depends if you can access all the people's streams or not, and that's why Among Us is so goddamn popular on Twitch, because you can access people's different streams to see different perspectives, especially again these meetings and the way people try to escape when they got to know who the imposter is and they're still alive and want to press the emergency button, and also all these set of rules that make the game so good. And that's why if you overcomplicate things, it's gonna make it a lot worse. It's gonna make the game a lot worse. These simple rules which allow people to do this and not do this, and there's certain restrictions which make the game really fun, just puts it at a really good position for everybody to play, plus the accessibility and the availability of the game. And then when you combine all of the friends things and you put it as streamers, because we love famous celebrities or famous people or Twitch streamers or anybody to just collab, and when they collab and everybody is engaged in the conversation, it's just really fun. Well, I forgot YouTubers, but you get the point. These considerably fast-paced games in where we have to engage in these games at least once or twice just makes the interactions much better and much more entertaining for these people. So in the end, they're going to ask for more content. It's going to be more fun for the streamer as well, and therefore it's just like a win-win for everybody. And this is kind of like another small point with the simplicity of the game and also the graphics, which are not great to say the least. They're very simple. You can make easy animations and easy memes that just keep the train going and keep the memes fresh and everything much easier to do, and it's just all win-win. So yeah, I hope you guys like this, and if you have any questions, go hit me up on Twitter. Go ahead and give me a like if you liked the video, and yeah, that's about it.